Hi, I am Nyawargak Kiir, and this is Waraga Global Influence Podcast. It is more than just a podcast, it's a movement. In this show, we impact lives, we inspire hearts, and educate minds. On today's episode, we are very glad, what can I say? So glad that we are joined by one of the professional young lawyers in South Sudan. He's a South Sudanese, by the way. And we are going to discuss more about the legal matters, what you need to know, what are your rights, what are the do's and don'ts. And without wasting any more time, guys, because I am so excited right now, let me just let him introduce himself. He's somebody that will inspire you. His story is very inspirational. He moved from being employed to now owning his own law firm, which he will get to talk to us about more on where he's located and everything like that. So allow me introduce this professional young South Sudanese lawyer. Patrick.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're mostly welcome.
Thank you.
To Waraga Global Influence.
Thank you very much for having me. My name is Patrick, and I'm a South Sudanese by nationality, and I'm 31 years old. I am originally from Western Equatoria State.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I don't know why is men always find it very easy to just say their age. I'm not sure if I can be able to say my age. Anyway, Patrick, let's leave that for now. Before anything else, why law? Why did we choose law?
Thank you very much for that question. It is one of the questions that almost I encounter every day on why did I choose law. There's a variety of reasons for me choosing law. I actually completed my high school back in 2011. Then I got admitted to University of Juba College of Law. By then it was called College of Law. Currently it is School of Law. Why law? Because there are so many reasons. In a society like South Sudan, in order for us to change, evolve with law. If you, without law, we cannot evolve our society, bring advocate for changes. I was moved by one of my relatives who actually asked me, like, it was actually a story that happened back in 2009. He asked me after completing your high school, Patrick, well, what do you intend to become? I told him I wanted to do logistic and management. He was like, are you serious? Logistic, there are so many people in the family who are procurement and logistic officers. Why not choose something different? Then he was like, why don't you become a lawyer? Because my father is actually a police officer. He was a former soldier. So he told me that you can make a good attorney one day, because I always stand for what is right among my siblings. I am one of the kids, if you ask my siblings.
So you like to serve justice?
Justice is where I stand. In everything I do, I don't I don't wait for somebody to talk behind their back, and I always stand for what is right. Then from that moment, I actually pick interest in law. Then the first thing that was on my admission application to join university was law. Thankfully, I was top of my class in high school, and I was admitted outright when I submitted my application. So that's why I chose law.
Wow, that's very good. You see, it's good to have people like that around us that can be able to see, to tell you what you are meant for. You know, sometimes God can bring what you are meant for, or what the essence of your being through other person. He may not talk to you directly. That's good. What was your background like? How are you? You know, the family of how many? Is your father only having your mother? Do you have other siblings? And what number are you in your family?
Fantastic. That is really a good question, and it can help a lot of South Sudanese also. I come from a typical African family, and my father had other wives, like Adam. I have other mothers. From my mom is the second wife to my dad. Uh, from my mother, we are seven. I happen
Seven children.
seven children, three boys and four girls. I happen to be the fifth child in the family.
You happen to be fifth child.
Yeah, the fifth child.
Are
My
the
mother.
rest of the rest of your siblings all lawyers?
No, not really. Actually, I don't want to be like proud of myself so much, but I stand out to be the pride of the family. Like I'm the only.
So you are the breadwinner.
Yeah, I'm the only lawyer in my family. From my father's side, I know I'm not talking about my mom because from my mom's side we have doctors, we have economists, we have a lot of people who went to school. But from my dad's side, I happen to be the only one who happened to have a Bachelor of Laws. Yeah,
Amazing.
and my father always tell me that I am an inspiration to my family and to my siblings. So he always uses me as an example that you be like Patrick. Yeah, so this is one thing that I happen to make my family proud of. Though I am not going to be the last because I have opened door for my families. Most of them are currently, especially the ladies, are trying to catch up. I have my sisters who are currently waiting for their enrollment to universities. I don't know what they will choose, but it was a challenge because most of my siblings are stubborn, also like me. They always tell me that we will challenge you, we shall I will be better than you because you always, dad always prioritize you, praises you. So they are coming up actually. I'm glad I was able to help them to see the importance of education.
Wow, amazing. Let me tell you this, Patrick. You are not only an inspiration to your family or to your siblings, you are an inspiration to the entire young people, the entire South Sudanese. And respect for that, for you.
Thank you.
Now, what was the journey like? You venturing into law. Now, I can imagine you're a freshly graduate from university. It's not something easy that you just wake up and then make your law firm and stuff like that. So, what was it? What was the journey like to you?
Well, the journey in law is always, it's not that easy. Being a law student, I remember one of my professors used to tell us that if you are lazy, please don't choose law. Just go and do something that can give you time.
Go
to
learn how to make chapati and make for us chapati on the road.
Definitely, yeah. He used to tell us that an average lawyer, a law student, has to spend at least 8 hours a day reading books. Find the law. And this is shout out actually to Professor Dengaur. He used to tell us that a good law student knows how to find the law. You have to read. You have to spend most of your time. You don't have time. Like us, we don't have time for social gathering. When I was in law school, I spent most of my time reading books and trying to understand the aspect of law and our legal system, South Sudanese legal system. Yes, when you say when the issue of how the journey was a bit hard, coming from a family that was not that well off. I had to do most of the thing by myself, though my uncles sometimes do help me with advice and spiritual advice, any other advice that was relevant to me. Most of the things was by myself, and I managed to complete my studies successfully. Despite there were a few ups and downs, I managed to persevere, and I completed. Yeah, and coming to the law firm, actually, I was when I completed my law school, I was enrolled as a legal intern with actually, this is a requirement in one of our laws. It's the Advocate Act that provides for, if you want to enroll to become a lawyer, you must at least train for 1 year and to be supervised or mentored by a senior lawyer for 1 full year. Thereafter, I was enrolled to Nile Basin Advocate as a legal intern, where I completed my 1 year requirement, mandatory requirement, in order to be issued license. And in 2019, I was called to the bar, the Bar Association of South Sudan, where I was issued a license, a legal license to practice. Ever since then, I've been practicing, and I was a junior associate actually at Nile Basin for 2 years. In 2021 to 22, I decided that it was time for me also to venture on my own. Yeah, this is where I teamed up with one of my colleagues from school. We set our own law firm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, before we talk about that, because I want us to talk, I want you to take us through of what it is like to have your law firm. But what are some of the challenges that you encounter while being employed or being mentored by the Nile advocates?
Yeah, the challenges are actually enormous. Being a legal intern, it's not a paid job. Mm-hmm. You're actually working for 1 full year without any single pay. That is one thing. You know, with the current situation, and some of us who have no families here in Juba, it was hard for us to sustain our livelihood while we were training. Though I have to give credit to my mentor. Yeah, he was actually nice to me. He used to help me with some of the stipend, and I was able to complete. The challenges were that being exposed to legal system immediately, it is not that easy because there are hurdles. Sometimes you end up committing mistakes, but I was able to overcome that challenge, and I was highly recommended by my senior advocate for my license.
Wow. It must be very hard to transition from being mentored, being employed by or already established law firm into now joining into your own law firm. How did the thought come about, and where did you get the courage and the inspiration to now finally know? And how did you know that this is time for me to to finally have my law firm? Because this is so inspirational.
Yeah, thank you for that question. That question is wonderful. Transitioning from being a junior associate to your own is not an overnight decision that you take. It is actually something that you give it a serious thought. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because venturing on your own sometimes can backfire seriously. But the belief in yourself, I actually believe in myself that if I work out, if I create my own, though the challenges will be there, eventually the benefit will come at the end of the day. So it was not an overnight decision. We start with colleagues, we start and we formulate a plan that we needed to mobilize resources in order to establish the law firm and to sustain.
Oh, you came up with a plan with your friend.
Yes,
and collaborated.
Yeah, we collaborated. We are currently partners. Yeah, in the law firm. So we formulate an idea and we mobilized the resources. Then when time was right, we also communicated our decision to venture, and we were blessed by our senior lawyers, respectively, because he was practicing in another law firm and I was also somewhere else. So the decision was well received. They let us go, and today we have a promising law firm called Brooklyn and Law Associates, where me and my colleague are partners.
Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
We offer a range of legal services. Yeah.
Okay, before you tell us about that, what was the feeling like from the previous law firm? Did they feel bad and Did they give you the blessing? Did he give you his blessing?
Yeah, wonderful. Definitely, yes. He was actually
Because some
happy.
people, I would imagine, would feel bad.
Yeah, living low farm it can be challenging. Sometimes it comes as a result of dishonesty. And your senior advocate will be not happy with you, will not be happy with you, and
Yeah.
he will decide that it is time for you to go. This happens a lot, you know. But if you are honest to yourself,
Yeah.
there is nothing. Up to now, I normally go back to the law firm. I call it home. Yeah, this is mother's house. I normally go there. We sit, we chill, we communicate, and we share idea. You know.
So you co-law together.
Yes.
Smoothly.
We go there. I normally go there, and if there's anything that is so difficult to me, because the reason why legal system is called, why we are called practicing lawyers is because we practice every day. We learn new things every day. No lawyer in South Sudan can lie to you that he's perfect in everything. We know, when you have something that you really don't understand, these senior lawyers are always open to help. So I normally go back home. I ask them for their opinion. They help me a lot on daily basis. And yeah, that's how it is.
Wow, that's a good thing to have a smooth relationship after even going out of his law firm. That's really good. A very big shout out to your previous mentor. I'm sure he must be very proud of you. How is the law now? How is the law firm doing? Your law firm. Can you tell us more about it, and also where can we find you?
Yeah, we are currently located at Nimrod, at Labara, opposite Has Petrol Station. Our office is located there on the first floor of us. There's a building there. If you go, you can see the signpost there. It's called Brooklyn and Law Associate. Currently, the economic situation in the country is not that well, but we are managing, we are sustaining the law firm. It is operational, it's running, despite the challenges of acquiring new clients and the lack of thereof. We are trying. It is operational. Yeah.
That's amazing. You've heard where the location is. Please go ahead and find him. I can assure you and attest to you that he's the best lawyer.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you, Patrick. Some of us do not even know the things that are required of us. For example, if you want to venture into business as a business person, what are some of the things that you need to know? Perhaps requirements of registration of your business. Can you take us through some of the things that people need to know about their business in order to avoid getting involved into illegal stuff? Yeah, as far as business concerns.
Thank you very much. Opening of business can come in varieties, but I can give you one. If you want to open a company, for example, because incorporating a company comes with advantages, because you will be recognized as a legal entity in the country, operational. One thing that you need to do is first you need to consult with your lawyer. Like us, we do offer that service as well. You come to your lawyer, and if you have a name, you present the type of company that you want to open, because there are companies ranging from general trading to construction, engineering, mining, and so forth, or aviation. Whichever business that you want to venture into, you will acquaint yourself with the requirements. The lawyer can provide to you. The first thing that you do mostly is when you come to a lawyer and you explain that you want to open a company, for example, is that the lawyer will ask you, have you chosen a name? If you have a name in your head, you can tell the lawyer the name. And the first thing that the lawyer does is he will ask you to provide at least 3 names. The 3 names you will take, the lawyer will take the 3 names to the Minister of Justice, and he will reserve the names.
In case there's another name similar.
Yeah, he will take the name to the Minister of Justice for reservation. In case the names are there already, the data system will also tell you that the name is already reserved and it's already operational, yeah, the lawyer will ask you to choose another name. That's why we normally ask three names, because among the three, at least one of them might come out to be good.
true.
Yeah. So once you reserve the name, then you come to your lawyer with your details, the shareholders. You decided how many shareholders are going to be in the company. According to the laws, the shares are always 100%, and you will divide it among yourself as the shareholders in the company. Company can have either two shareholders.
That's a minimum
Yes,
number.
yes, from two and above.
What is the maximum number? Can you have 20 in one company?
You can have as much as you want, under condition that it does not exceed the 100%. You can divide the 100% shares among yourself. You can be 100, you divide these shares one each. That one can be. However, once you have the shareholders, then you will need to provide the details of the shareholders, their national ID in case of South Sudanese nationals, or passport copy, or in case you have foreign shareholders. Then the lawyer will draft a memorandum, and articles of association of the company stating the objectives and the laws governing the company. Then he will provide a sheet table of signature where all of shareholders, you will decide to choose shares among yourself as a prospective owners of the company. You will decide how many shares each person is supposed to take. Like, for example, if you are 3 or 4, you will take 20, 20, 20, and the other one will take 40 or 30. It depends
Depending on the agreement.
the agreement that you have in place. Once you sign against your name, the lawyer will take the constitution, we call it the constitution of the company, the memorandum, to the Minister of Justice for authentication. Thereby, you will be issued an incorporation certificate after paying a fee. Then you will be issued. From that moment, the company is officially a legal body. You have all rights to operate in South Sudan. Also, you will have you get other documents that are required. For example, operation license from the state, and membership certificate from the National Government Chamber of Commerce. You will also get tax identification number from National Revenue Authority, and other cases you get import and export certificates, and even CID.
How many certificates in total?
It depends. Mostly, it's 9 to 10.
9 to 10.
Yeah, because CID, there are 3 documents there. There's a stamp approval. There are 3 certificates. The names are there, but I don't remember them now.
I think it also depends on the kind of business that you...
Yeah, for example, if you're doing gas in mining in oil, you need to get gas, oil and gas certificate. In mining, you need to get the mining certificate from Minister of Mining. It depends on the area that you're getting. If you are doing small business, small scale business, let's say, or this is to the small entrepreneurs. You want to open a small business, you don't have the capacity to incorporate a company. It is simple. You will establish your business, then you will have what we call a business name. It's also processed from the Minister of Justice. You will go and reserve the name, just the same procedure, but you will not have this constitution and memorandum thing. You will just reserve the name. What you will get from that business is trading license from the local authorities. Yeah, there you will be paying certain taxes to the local government. That's how it is.
What does somebody who just want to open up a shop, or perhaps has already a shop, what do they need? Do they need all the certificates?
When you're opening a shop, you don't need the company documents. You just need to pay. For example, it is not necessary to have a business name, but you need to pay the dues, the taxes. There are taxes from the local authority, for example, to city council, for example. Let's take Juba, for example. You will have to pay. There are taxes like town rate. You will pay garbage. You will pay There are small taxes. There are so many, but I don't have them actually all. This deals with small scale business. You'll be paying those taxes, but you will not be subject to pay these heavy taxes with the National Revenue Authority because you don't have tax identification number. But currently, they are opening personal income tax where you pay personal income tax direct to the national government. This is so far I have not seen it with small scale businesses like this retail shop, but companies normally directors of companies are required to pay personal income tax. Yeah, so you will be issued with a personal income
Personal income tax.
Yeah,
What are the
identification number.
benefits? Like, what can you get from that by paying personal income tax?
Well,
As a
it is
company.
as a company, it will first of all the money goes to government for service provision. The benefit is that you might have completed all the requirements that is needed for you to legally operate. Yeah, I've seen banners in Juba that evading tax is a crime. The National Revenue Authority is putting up banners. So if you don't pay personal income tax, you are violating the Taxation Act. It is required by Taxation Act for people to pay personal income tax. So that's why it is very important as a company, you need to ensure that the list of all your employees and their salaries, you have to ensure that the personal income tax is monthly paid to the government. And even the business profit tax, you are making tax because the government wants to provide services to people, you have to pay the tax.
This is all good to know. Now, some of my viewers may want to know, you don't have all the money to register a company, you want to register a company. Are there ways in which you can are there specific important documents that you can register and start off as you get the other ones, or it's a must to just get all of them?
Well, there is no like this one is important, but this one is not important. All documents are important because without all these documents, all of these government institutions might end up catching you one day, coming to you that you have not renewed your operating. Especially, let's take for example, yes, you can have the incorporation certificate, which is very important. The first is like the certificate, the birth certificate of the company in a layman's term. So you can have it, but if you don't have a personal license to operate in Juba, in Central Equatoria, for example, it will be illegal. You will be operating illegal. So all documents are very important. That's for you to operate. However, there's what we call in terms of tax. Once you are given tax clearance, the issue, like for example, issue of tax clearance, if your company is dormant, for example, you incorporate the company, but you are not making any profit.
Any profit.
Yeah, you can apply to the Ministry of, to the National Revenue Authority, sorry, to have your company listed as a dormant company. That one is also allowed by the law. Your company will be listed as a dormant company, and you will be exempted from paying taxes until when you start making money. I think for a certain period, the government will also check on you whether
like 6 months, 1 year.
I don't know. I don't have the. It is actually the prerogative of the National Revenue Authority to give you how long to list you as a dormant. But they will keep on checking on you. If they find out that you are making money, then they will activate your company so that you start paying them tax. Yeah.
Now, some South Sudanese get foreigners shareholders. How do they supposed to go about it? Are there specific shares that are allocated to a South Sudanese? And
yeah, that's really good. The Company Act is clear on that one. When you are, this is for foreigners who wish to open companies in South Sudan, who wants to open companies in the country. The requirements are there. According to the Company Act, any foreigner who wishes to open a company in South Sudan is supposed to give at least 31% share to a national, to be 31% to be held by national. Then the rest of
that is non-negotiable.
That is non-negotiable. That one you cannot even deviate from that. If you like for us lawyers, for example, a foreign national comes and he wants to open a company, he wants to have all the shares on all of them are foreign national. The requirements to open a company in South Sudan, they will not be allowed to register that company because there is no South Sudanese. However, if it is a foreign company, a company that is registered, for example, in Uganda that wants to open a branch, the requirements are different. That one, the procedure for having that company operating here is different. But when a foreign national wants to open a company here, it is always a must to give at least 31% to a South Sudanese national.
Yeah. What of the company you just mentioned, the ones that want to open just a branch? If they have in Uganda, Kenya, and they want to open here and they don't want South Sudanese, is that possible?
Yeah, it is possible because first, a company that is already in a foreign country and they want to come and operate here, the requirements are that they have to authenticate all their documents with their respective foreign affairs and even our embassy in their country. They have to authenticate all the documents and they have a letter of no objection from their country suggesting that they have not been liable to any tax or they have not committed any tax fraud in their country of origin. And they need to come here and authenticate this document also here with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Then it is now the job of a lawyer to create a profile for them here, to create for them a profile. Then it is taken to Minister of Justice and it is authenticated also and certificate is issued to them. And they can
so it's possible. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, many people here, quite a number of people that got into trouble. How can we avoid, all of these things where you get into problems as far as business concerned? There was one time I heard of somebody who somebody came, a foreigner. I don't know exactly which country, but he came and convinced someone from here that let's venture into this business. And this South Sudanese, willingly removed the money. At the end, it turned out to be fake. How can we avoid, or even for people that are coming from outside, non-South Sudanese, I mean, generally, how can we avoid getting ourselves into losses?
Well, it is always very important to carry out a legal research. And before you venture into any business, whether you are foreigner or South Sudan, a national, you need to make sure that you carry out a comprehensive legal research. You need an advice from your lawyer. I know people always say that lawyers are just for money, but we are there to help people. Yeah, it is our work to ensure the interests of both of our client and not to allow them to enter into a business that will affect them one day. So before you do any business that you are going to put major money, please go to a lawyer. It is not much. We are not currently in South Sudan. Lawyers are not charging that much, like our counterparts in other countries. Seek legal advice, seek their opinion, a written opinion, then study it for yourself before you enter, because business can be risky. It's always risky. Sometimes you will put money to something that will you'll end up losing all the money. Yeah, but for foreign nationals and South Sudanese alike, always seek legal advice from your lawyer. Sometimes retain their service. Yeah, I believe it is hard for South Sudanese sometimes to retain legal service. In most countries, every family has a lawyer, a family lawyer, and a personal lawyer, company lawyer, whatever. Like you here, you should be having your own lawyer, because you can run. A lawyer is like a doctor. At any time when you are in trouble with the law, definitely your lawyer will come and rescue the situation and see how best he can get you out of the trouble. But some people think, no, they can do it. That's why you find that.
So it's advisable to have a lawyer. Every family,
Yes.
every person,
a company, especially when you have a company, you must have a lawyer that you call at any time and you will show up. You need to have that one. That one is advisable for companies because now we are not that advanced like other countries where the family issues can take a lot of time and money. But when you have a company, just to put you on the right side of the law, please get for you a lawyer, even if it means, okay, I'm going to return your service on a case-to-case basis. When there's a problem, I'll call you, you come. Yeah, because mostly in the town, in the market, current in the practice, we are facing these issues where sometimes there are people who doesn't know even whether they are paid tax
or not.
You find that they are slapped with a demand notice of several millions, and they come running to a lawyer.
But
such issues could have been avoided long time ago if they had a lawyer who is advising them on when their tax is due, on what to do, and all these things would have been avoided. But most of them sometimes only when there's trouble is when they seek lawyers.
You know, that is very true. A friend of mine shared a story of a foreigner that came and registered a company with the South Sudanese. I don't know what they agreed on, but the thing is, I think they did more of trust than putting down any sort of document that would have, put all the things that they said verbally. And at the end of the day, the South Sudanese took the company from the foreigner. It was very unfortunate. These are some of the things that also non-South Sudanese, I mean everyone, non-South Sudanese, South Sudanese, anyone that is doing business should have a lawyer for sure, because to avoid some of these things, because even some of our foreigners here complain of the bad experiences they go through some, some of the South Sudanese here. I think it's important to have a lawyer.
Yeah, that's right. Human being is a complex animal in the animal kingdom. A human being evolve every day. They always take chances, advantage of loopholes. Like, for example, it is very unfortunate of what happened to your friend, but he could have avoided the situation a long time ago by simply documenting everything.
He's a friend to my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
A friend to my friend.
There's what we call power of attorney, and there's what we call an affidavit, clearly stating how this company is supposed to be managed and who's supposed to be managing that one. And there's partnership agreement. They can sign a partnership like, okay, this company, we are going to divide this share. I'm going to give you the company to run the company. For example, like the foreign national. However, I have the power of attorney. I give you the power of attorney. Here's the document.
To run the company.
Yeah, here's the dividend. Here's the amount. Document everything. The most important thing is always document everything when you're dealing with the company. Keep receipts.
True.
Keep record of everything. That's when such issues arise, you'll be able to defend yourself. Like, these are the documents entailing is showing that I own this share. This is my money. You see. And once you register the company, it will be hard because sometimes the company acquire assets. Let's say the person takes the company to himself. You have the right to go to a lawyer. The lawyer will apply to court for the asset to be frozen. And the asset will be frozen until the issue of ownership is determined. Yeah, if it is determined that you have shares and you present your documents that this is the document that we signed and these are the things that I have in this company, it will be almost difficult for the other party to keep those things for himself. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That's really a good advice. For someone who wants to be a lawyer, what can you tell them? A young South Sudanese girl, a young South Sudanese boy that is looking up to wanting to be a lawyer. What can you advise them?
Yeah, being a lawyer is both exciting and it is really hectic. Yeah, if you want to become a lawyer, it is just for this current generation. Please leave this thing of TikTok and Facebook thing. It is not for us lawyers that much. Yeah, we don't have time.
What is for you then?
For us, books.
Books.
Yeah, love the book, read book, read really big book. Sometimes you need to feel headache from reading books.
Mm.
I'm not saying that just read them so that you feel like, okay, I've consumed enough. No,
Yeah.
read them, understand them,
And apply
summarize
them.
them, know exactly what you're looking for. You read enough books, and for somebody who wants to become a lawyer, it is they are highly welcome. What they need to do is follow their passion, follow their dreams with passion and perseverance. You know, in order to choose that field, you need to first identify what do you want to do. Do you want to bring about change to your community, to the country? What is it that you want to do? Okay, then put your heart and all your sweat to it. I believe you will make it. Some of us, despite the hurdles, like I did not tell you, when I came, when I enrolled at the University of Juba, I used to come all the way from Checkpoint. You know that checkpoint? Yeah, I used to put all the way from Jebel there to University of Juba
quite
here.
far.
Yeah, so it was dedication. You dedicate yourself to it that, okay, I want this. At some point, I was like, can I give up? No, I said, no, yeah, but I am in the middle. What if I go back now? People will make fun of me. You know, South Sudanese, they will start composing songs about the son of so and so wanted to go to school, and now he's back. There's nothing. Yeah, from where I came from, the community I came from, they will always look at you like, when some of us were here in Juba, they are like, okay, you run because you don't want to cultivate. Because when you're there, you're either in the farm doing good tilling.
You seem to be farmers there.
Yes, we are farmers. Yeah, our community is our farmers. So when you run to Juba, you need to take something back. Yeah, you need to go with something back. And legal system is really competitive. Juba alone is a small city. Currently, we on the rough roll of the bar, we have almost 2,000 or more advocates in this country. And
2,000?
Yeah, over 2,000, yes. That is a rough estimate that we have. And I can tell you 80% of those advocates are all in Juba here. And the biggest challenge with
how do you survive in this industry?
the biggest challenge with with lawyers currently in Juba is client acquisition. How to acquire a service of a client, because it is highly competitive. There are law firms in Juba here who are well established, who have made good name for themselves. Lawyers, senior lawyers.
Yeah.
For them, they don't look for clients. Client comes to them. The problem is us young people who are just coming up, and it is really difficult for us sometimes. But I devised, in our law firm, we devised a plan. First, in 2019, immediately after getting our licenses, we offered to go on mobile court to offer legal service free of charge to people. I was taken to Yambio twice, and my colleague was taken to Pariang and Terkeka here. So we started building our networks from there, and even in Juba here, sometimes we offer free legal services. When a client comes and cry to you that I don't have that much money, and I have this case, my right is being trampled on. I really want you to help me. Currently, I have like 4 or 5 cases that I offered to do it. Like, if you have something, you bring to me, but I'm just helping them.
Yeah.
There are those that I'm actually, yes, I'm getting something to help to sustain myself with. But it is very important also to give free legal advice. We call it legal service, I mean pro bono services.
Bonuses.
Pro bono service.
I thought it's only network that has bonuses.
This one will build your network. And one thing, as a lawyer, you need to make sure that you pay attention to details. Always be available to your clients, because, like I say, it is highly competitive. Tomorrow, a client calls you and you avoid his call. There are people there, there are lawyers who are ready to give them service. So in our law firm, we are dedicated everybody who has come to for our service can attest to that. That once I put my mind into something, I make sure that I go to the end of it. Yeah, that's what mostly we do. Yeah.
Thank you for that. It was really a wonderful conversation. Now, I always ask one question to my guest, and you happen to be one today. How do you understand, what is influence to you?
Well, that's really the influence for me is the ability that is an ability to tell somebody something that can direct them in a positive way. If I'm able to tell somebody something that and they see that they take my advice and it helped them, I see it as I influence their life. I was of help, and from day to day we influence the people in different different ways. But the most important one is the positive influence in the life of a person that you are helping.
Right. Positive influence. That's really amazing. Once again, we just want to say thank you for coming over to Waraga Global Influence Podcast. And for those of you who have not subscribed, share, please do the needful, because you do not want to miss what is coming your way. More exciting stories, more inspirational, because we are here, like I said, to impact you, to educate your minds, and to inspire your hearts. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you subscribe so you can have access to more of our exciting videos? We will bring to you some of the stories that you will be so grateful that you tune into this channel. Now, rise, lead, and influence. Take your role. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.